Hey, ambient human, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Mulligan, you guys probably saw that. I tried to go live a second ago and realized my camera wasn't on. So I tell you, you take a couple weeks off and it's like you get rusty streaming. Like I used to be on top of this, but you know, it is what it is. We'll get back into the groove eventually. But hey, ambient human, what's going on, brother? How you been? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm Sam Spade. I'll be your host. Listen, guys. In our last episode, we installed. What did we install? I got a brain fart here. I think it was we tried to install Red Hat, but that didn't work because you have to be registered in their network program, or not network, but you basically have to be a developer of Red Hat or have a corporate license to install Red Hat. So no big deal. So then I just went ahead and yeah, I think we installed Fedora, which is an offshoot of Red Hat Linux, or it's based on Red Hat Linux. So we installed Fedora, a few little quirks there. Tried to get DaVinci installed, and honestly, I've never used DaVinci. I've used a lot of other, what do you call it, editing style programs. Adobe Premiere, I've used CapCut, Shotcut, which is like another free one that that is out there, and they actually have that for Linux too. And it's very small. I like Shotcut because it's a very small application and it runs on pretty much anything. So, um, so it's nice. It's nice. But yeah, so today I like lightweight distros as well. So like for older, especially for older systems. So I wanted to try installing Linux Mint at some point, but I also wanted to install another one that I found, which I thought was really cool. It's lightweight. Um, it's called Porteous, and they have both a KDE version and a GNOME version. So I wanted to check out the GNOME version first, and then if uh, if that one's pretty groovy, we'll check out the KDE version as well and see how large it is. File size wise, it's pretty small. So I like that, especially since I just downloaded a bunch of, or downloaded, I just purchased a bunch of laptops. So if you're new to the channel, I like to buy older laptops, refurbish them a little bit, rehash them, add memory, add new hard drives if I got them. Um, just, freshen them up and then install a new operating system on them. So either Linux or a custom version of Windows, because, and I got to tell you, these Windows updates have been completely destroying people's computers. So you're honestly better off installing Linux or a custom ISO of Windows that just stops all Windows updates like indefinitely, because these updates are like completely frying people's computers, and it makes you wonder if they're doing it on purpose, because it's like no one can be this inept, right? Like to just completely destroy the OS the way it's doing. But anyway, I like to watch some other. I follow a lot of tech channels, so I like to watch some of these other tech channel videos and react to them and kind of put in my own little input on them. So that's what we're gonna do, and then we'll jump into Portillas. Hey, Brazilla is here. Brazilla. Hey, Brazilla. Uh, I definitely I gotta get you an intro, brother. I gotta get you an intro. Let me tell you. Welcome in, Brazilla. How you doing today, buddy? The man, the myth, the legend. Oh, hang on. I got oh, dang. Hang on. Sorry, Kat just texted me. She said someone just wrecked, cutting me off because they were mad. I didn't stop to help them. LOL. Ooh, dang. Where did that happen? And hopefully that'll teach them. Teach them. And that's scary too, because yeah, of course, of course. Yes, you got to have an intro, Brazilla. We got to get you an intro, my man, because you're always here, and I just have to remember put it on Kick, and I also have to put it on YouTube as well. So I am good. I am doing good. I'm doing good. But Kat just said, because she took Cooper out to go to Monkey Joe's or whatever, um, it's like a bounce house place. Um, she said someone just wrecked in front of her on Horatio here, like right out here. She said someone just wrecked, cutting her off because they were mad. So people in this town drive like crazy, crazy. It's good, good. Guitar Tube's here. Right now, hang on. Right now it is 13:23 or 1:23 in the afternoon. I always run on military time. That's just I like military time. I was in the military. It makes more sense to me. Um, and the reason they do it that way, so it's like, 0600 in the morning is different than 1800. So you cannot get confused like, oh, 6 in the morning. I thought you meant 6 in the afternoon, but it's not 6 in the afternoon, it's 1800. So it makes more sense. Uh, oh, dang. So it's like midnight over there? That would be 23:53 in military time. 23:53. So that's just me. I've always gone military. And Guitar Tube, to answer your question, the adventure is going great, swimmingly. I didn't try your suggestion just yet, but we did install a version of what was it? Fedora last time. But this time, I got a couple of other distros I wanted to try, and we could just try them, see what they're all about. Porteus, have you guys heard of Porteus? It's another lightweight Linux distro because I just got my hands on uh, 4 Chromebooks from a store over here. Makes sense to me too. I grew up with it. 1924 over here. Aha. Oh, right on. Hey, did you miss the stream a couple days ago? We were on CachyOS, and that was where we got Photoshop installed. Yeah, and that's the other thing. All of like the uh, major industries like that, they're gonna also run on military time because, or like railways, that makes sense as well because they want to know like the train is arriving at 0600, not 6 in the afternoon, right? So it would be 1800. Oh, okay, you missed it. Yeah, we installed CashOS a few days ago, and then I did like it. I like CashOS. It's a little each distro is going to have its quirks, right? And different what I don't like is the code is different on each of the major builds, like how to install things, like it's either APT or Pac-Man or I wish that was more universal because especially if you're distro hopping, because then you got to remember, oh, am I on Arch? Am I on right? Well, we're still looking around. I do really like Kashi. I also tried Zorin. Yeah, at first I was like kind of impressed with Zorin. It's not great. It is not great. I couldn't get Photoshop to install on it. So the first one we tried was Kashi. We got Photoshop installed on it natively. We installed the whole master suite with that same method, but the only programs I got to work were um, Photoshop. Lightroom worked for about 10 minutes and then it crashed. And then InDesign also worked, but you had to have a file so that you could open it because you couldn't just create a new file. Right, right. And that's what I understand as well. That's what I understand as well. Yeah. Yeah, and Linux or not Linux, Zorin is I guess based on Ubuntu. There's a lot of distros that are based on Ubuntu as well. I haven't tried just native Ubuntu. Who was it? Strawberry Kitten. She, he or she, I still don't know if it's a he or she. They like Kubuntu, which I did download that as well, um, but I haven't installed that. Like I said, I like the lighter weight distros because I did just get my hands on 4 Chromebooks from a thrift site that I like to frequent, right? And um, I got 4 Chromebooks for $14.99 USD. So yeah, well, that's the problem. Zorin, it said, oh, hey, we run exe files, but we tried to install the master suite on there using the same methods, and it was missing all kinds of dependencies. Okay, I wouldn't go with Ubuntu. They push snap packages real hard, and they come with performance hits. Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, so the other one that I downloaded was Porteous because I like these lightweight distros, right? But um, you know, like you said, you can make them all look like whatever you want, right? But this one is super lightweight. Um, let's see what happens here. Log in. Oh no, that's just a login. Download info. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. Yeah, yeah, these thrift shops I've always loved thrift shops ever since I was a kid. Um, they don't really have features. Ah, here we go, screenshots. So, and I was poking around. They have a version that is running GNOME, and they have a version that is running KDE as well. But it's a very lightweight distro. Oh, hello. Um, and it looks pretty lightweight. I think this would be good for those Chromebooks. Zorin is based on Ubuntu, is based on Debian. There will pass some time until such as possible on distros that favor stability. Gotcha, gotcha. You said I can't change my what? My DP? What is that? But yeah, so I wanted to check out Porteous just because I was thinking I did have I bought a Chromebook a while ago and I managed to install um, a lightweight version of Windows 10 on it. February 2:12 a.m. No, not all of the Chromebooks are ARM. Not all the Chromebooks are ARM, but thank you. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. No, a lot of the Chromebooks actually have like i3s and i5s and Intel Celeron processors. Maybe some of the newer ones are ARM, but these are all old because they were donated to thrift stores. So I just, I that's what I enjoy doing is I enjoy getting old computers, um, dinking around with them, seeing if they work, then like investigating, seeing what they are, like what model number it is, all the specs on it, and then figuring out if they work. ARM-based, treasure them. Why is that? Treasure them. Let's see, NTFS. Da, 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 da. Yeah. So again, this is just a lightweight distro. I wanted to check it out. I don't know if I'll install it, but we'll at least throw it on the Ventoy here and check it out. But first, this guy, I like to watch, as you guys know, I like to watch a bunch of different Microsoft News videos and react to them. I thought I was subscribed to Clownfish. This is Clownfish TV. Go ahead and give him a follow. He's got 600 and some odd thousand subscribers. Give him some thumbs up. Oh, okay. Efficient with home servers like Plex and data storage stuff like NAS. Nice. Well, and like I said, I do have I bought four of them. Two I think are Lenovo, and then two or one of them's a Samsung, and the other one's an Acer. Acer. The only issue with a lot of the Chromebooks though, like the last one, I had to put a really lightweight version of Windows 11 on it because it only had 16 gigs of storage, which was like nothing. Yeah. And then once you had all the drivers installed on it, I think it came out to like 8 or 9 gigs for the OS, which is good, but not great at all, at all. So, but yeah, so we're gonna watch this real quick while I transfer some of these files. What do I mean? The SSD, the storage on the actual laptop, was only 16 gigabytes. It had 4 gigs of RAM, but only 16 gigabytes of storage because the Chrome OS isn't that big, so it doesn't need a lot of space, and it doesn't really allow you to save anything to the computer. I think it's all Google Drive, so you really can't save anything to the computer. Uh, yeah. What do you mean unallocated? No, it was, I'm not sure. It uses its Chrome OS proprietary system, but you can break that. You can unlock them and then install Windows on them. So I'm hoping at least one of these that I got has what do you call it? Like, because they do have Chromebooks that have like 64 gigs of storage. So I'm hoping one of them at least has 32 or 64 gigs of storage. But then I thought too, because I got my what do you call it? This thing? My little SSD, and this is 1 terabyte. So, and now that I got the Ventoy plugin, I can just run Windows right off of here. So really, I could just leave the Chrome OS on there, just install the custom bootloader. I forget what it's called, but basically just unlock it, put in a custom bootloader, and then still boot into Chrome OS. And then if I need Windows on it, I can just run it off of here, which would be probably the best way to do it for that system, because that system, you know. But yeah, so this says Windows 11 crashes. Windows 11 crashes Explorer as Microsoft stock crashes and burns. Love to see it, folks. Love to see it. You know, you take your users for granted, and that's what happens. Sorry, Guitar Tube, you're saying get the latest Arch ISO and use command Arch install to get going nice and easy, really minimal if done right. Are you saying, are you talking about Porteous? Oh, I did say, yeah, sorry, Microslop. Yes, Microslop. When you take your users for granted and then you're like surprised that that they're upset and moving on to other things, you know? See, like, and I like some of this, you know, a lot of these Linux distros, like they're very basic, but then, you know, like you come in here and you're just like, why isn't this dressed up a little bit nicer? You know? Hey, Strawberry Kitten's here. Hi ho, hi ho. It's off to work we go. I think I went to this mirror, and then you get the Porteous 5.1, but it's weird because you click here, and they've got XFCE, OpenBox, Mate, KDE, Cinnamon. But then I went to Current, and they actually have a GNOME, but I don't see like an Arch version of this. Oh, gotcha. Arch install. You get a guided installation. Oh, nice. Strawberry Kitten says, yeah, but Arch can be annoying to use. Microsoft, Microslop, Microstof. What's Microstof? Is that a new lingo? Clownfish. You guys watch this Clownfish? Sorry, what's my volume at?
Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon, and I thought I would do an update to
Neon?
the Microsoft situation. We haven't talked about Microsoft in a couple of days now. It's getting pretty bad for them. This January update has been a complete
update like once every 2 weeks. It should be fine. I've been rocking Arch and Arch based for some time now, and we are talking with a tinkerer here. Loves to tinker.
disaster. Investors aren't feeling it with their push for AI, and we're going to talk about that because their stock cratered last Thursday, I think.
Much did it crater?
And yeah, it's not looking too good for them. Now, will people switch from Microsoft? Probably not. I'm going to be honest. It doesn't matter how bad it gets. It doesn't matter how unusable Windows gets.
Yeah, how
people are going to use it because it comes pre-installed in like 99% of PCs. But I'm going to tell you, if you can do it, to try to de-Microsoft your life, at least with the operating system,
yeah, try,
because Windows 11 is not good.
Right?
It's just not good. So we're going to talk about another bug apparently crash.
You know, it isn't, but at the same time, for as much of a pain in the ass it is to get some apps installed on Linux, like on Windows, it just installs. You know, like the Adobe suite, you know, we effed around with it for so long, and I'm not a coder. If I was a coder, then I could sit there and like try and figure out what the hell is wrong with it. I think a lot of it is the interface issues. A lot of the dependencies it's looking for are for the interface, and that's kind of important. Yeah. So, but yeah, the interface stuff is kind of important. That's why it's nice to have a dual boot, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah. And we did. We installed Cache the day one. That was our first kind of pick. Um, and then we did get Photoshop installed. But like I said, for as hard as it was to get Photoshop installed on Cache, it was infinitely harder to get it installed on Zorin. And then I don't even think it worked. I don't think it worked on Zorin like at all. Um, I don't even think, yeah, I don't think we got it working. I don't remember. Do you remember Strawberry Kitten? Did we get Photoshop working on Zorin? But for as difficult as it is to get those installed, you know, if you've got a distro of Windows 11, you can just install it on there in about 5 minutes and it works flawlessly. So that's the only benefit to having a Windows distro is if you use specific apps, they just work, you know? So, but I do love to see the downfall of Microsoft. I'm not going to lie. Ooh, you forgot the password. What kind of phone is it? What kind of phone is it? There might be ways to get it unlocked. Or just reformatting it. But if it's an iPhone, they've got that iCloud locked down. Like iCloud is fucking locked down.
Crashes
I
Explorer
have not heard of a way to get iPhones if they're iCloud locked. I don't know how to get them unlocked.
exe, and it makes the taskbar disappear too. This is on top of the numerous crash. Not good. So we're going to talk about another bug. Apparently, it crashes Explorer exe, and it makes the taskbar disappear too. This is on top of the numerous other problems that this update caused. And again, they're forcing everyone more or less to update to Windows 11, and people are refusing. They're either trying to limp along on Windows 10 as long as they can. They're going back to Windows 7. People are actually going back to Windows 7, or they're jumping ship to Linux. They're going to Linux Mint, which I wholeheartedly recommend if you can do it. Now, most of our machines have been converted to Linux Mint. I guess converted. I don't know if that's the word, but we've reinstalled Linux Mint on the ones we could install it on. I do have a couple of machines, unfortunately, that I have some graphic software that does not play well, even with virtual machine or Wine or whatever. It just does not play well with Linux. So I'm kind of stuck using it on some of my machines. Eventually, I want to get rid of it completely, but I cannot do that, unfortunately. But I have debloated it.
Yeah,
I've gotten rid of Copilot and some other things, and it seems to work okay. I mean, there's a definite difference,
and I wouldn't mind
between running Windows 11 and running.
I wouldn't mind doing the 30-day challenge again, but there are just some apps where right now they do not work on Linux. And even, Strawberry Kitten and we tried to get DaVinci Resolve installed over on Fedora, and it was not working. Even though we did finally get it installed, I tried to run it and it just kept crashing. So I think I ended up just uninstalling it because there's other video apps that we can use for that. What was that one you showed me? Was it Kdenlive? That one looked pretty good. Looked pretty powerful. I want to check that one out. So let's see.
Linux Mint in terms of speed. Windows 11, even debloated, is bloated, right? But we're going to talk about how, for some people, it's become unusable. And this happened with my laptop. That's kind of what kicked off my doing all these videos about this update. Is it basically?
Yeah, I don't think we got Photoshop working. Snapdragon 885. Yeah, I don't know, but about that particular phone. I don't know about that particular phone, but I bought my son a little, it's a little Android phone. You guys probably can't see it. Oh, there you go. And I managed to hack it, and I found a custom OS. It's a custom Android OS. I forget what the name of it is. But it's just like a dinky little, baby phone. Yeah, I like Shotcut. I like it. I think we talked about it a little bit. I installed it before we got off Strawberry Kitten. Shotcut's really good, and I have it for Windows as well because what was it? Yeah, I was using CapCut, which I really did like CapCut. Just for the usability and quick export features that it has, because you can export directly to TikTok and YouTube right from the video editor. That's really handy. However, what I don't like about CapCut is when it updates, it basically takes the old version of the app and puts it in a folder and keeps it. So if the app is like 3 gigs or whatever it is, and then it downloads the update, now you've got 6 gigs. And then the next update, you got 9 gigs. And the next update, you get the idea. And I had no idea. And I was looking around like, why is my drive filling up? And I looked, I thought it was the video files and what I was exporting. No, it was CapCut. It was all of the updates of CapCut. Yeah. So, but getting back, yeah, to this phone, right? This was just a baby phone that I got for him on Amazon, and it all just had like baby apps, like a bunch of learning stuff. But I installed Lineage OS on here. So I don't know about unlocking that phone without having the password. We'd have to look into that. We would have to look into that. I know how to unlock a Windows computer if I don't have the password, but Android phone, no, I don't know. Oh, sorry. I like Flowblade DaVinci Resolve even more, but the free version lacks proprietary codecs. Oh, does it? Friend sent me a 4 GIF MP4 that I had to blow up to 200 gigs. Oh, really? Just to import it? What? Oh, it's 4 gigs. Okay, so 4 gigs. You had to blow it up to 200. Why? See, that's what I'm talking about. So it's like on Windows, you know, yes and no, right? So on Windows, it just works, right? You download Resolve, you install it in 10 seconds, and then it just works. But Linux, there's a lot of steps you got to go through. And I'm not saying, good or bad, right? But for my purposes, right, I would dual boot. If I got to edit videos, I would just jump over to Windows, edit the video, and then, jump off, get back on to Linux for gaming and daily driving, what have you, I don't know. I like dual booting. It's nice. Yes, yes. Well, the way I would look at it, Brazilla, is like if you haven't used the phone in so many odd years, was there really anything on there that you need? You know? That's the way I look at things. Like when I'm cleaning stuff out and like cleaning out the closet or whatever, it's like, have I worn this shirt recently? No. get rid of it, you know? Oh, okay. So it's worth it, the proprietary codecs. Now can we download those? Do you know any Russians that could maybe give you a copy? Maybe something somewhere somewhere along the lines. I'm sure that stuff's out there, but I'm not saying, you know, I'm not promoting that, but uh, these people are sucking us dry. They really are. They're trying to take all of our money. If they could help it, they would.
Bricked my laptop. I put Windows 11 on it. I debloated it. It was about to become unusable. And this happened with my laptop. Loaded, right, running Linux Mint. Okay. I mean, there's a definite difference between running Windows 11 and running Linux Mint in terms of speed. Windows 11, even debloated, is bloated, right? But we're going to talk about how, for some people, it's become unusable. And this happened with my laptop. That's kind of what kicked off my doing all these videos about this update. Is it basically bricked my laptop. Right. I put Windows 11 on it. I debloated it. It was actually doing pretty okay for a couple of months. And then, yeah, one day I turn it on and I get a black screen and my laptop is completely unusable. So I have a dual boot system. I have 2 hard drives. So I booted into Linux Mint and I've been running it on Linux Mint ever since.
Damn.
So,
Yeah. And now I don't have a problem with, okay, they're selling you the codec or they're selling you a driver or they're selling you a piece of software. I don't have a problem with that. I kind of have a problem with all these subscription models where it's like, I got to pay Adobe, it was, I was paying like an introductory rate of like, I want to say $40 a month, right? And then I was gonna cancel it because they're like, well, your intro rate for the first year is up, so now it's gonna go up to $70 a month. And I'm like, all right, bro, I'm just gonna cancel this because it's like that's a lot. So I canceled it, and then they said, whoa, whoa, wait a minute. How does $20 a month sound? And I was like, yeah, that's even better. Like, I'll take it. Ivytail, Ivyetail, how you doing? So I was like, "Shit, yeah, 20 is actually better than 40. I was paying 40, and now that, so I've been paying $20 a month for Adobe, the entire Adobe suite. Same what I was paying before, or same, everything, the whole Adobe suite. It's like, who's in charge of financing over there? Like I would have been happy with the same rate I was paying, but they offered it to me cheaper, so why would I not take that? Right? But again, like for what it's worth, like, if DaVinci offers the codecs like for sale and then you can keep them forever, I don't have a problem with that, if they're a couple $100 or whatever, like done. Buy it, done with it, you know. But I've bought so many licenses for Microsoft over the years, and then I've bought, so many years of Adobe over the years. Um, I don't know. It's just it all adds up, right? And then combine that with inflation and how hard things are getting around here, how expensive things are getting. It's just like we canceled all of our subscriptions. I think I was talking about it yesterday. We had Disney Plus. Um, we had Disney Plus. We've got season passes or annual passes to Disney. Yeah. Yeah, that too. Exactly. And I downloaded that version of it, but I don't condone that. If it's for personal use, that's one thing. But if you're professionally, making a ton of money with it, then you should probably have a license for it. But, you know, when will you install Linux on my main rig? I'm not sure yet because we haven't really nailed down which version of Linux I'm gonna go with. Not yet, not yet. Um, but I did want to check out Porteous, so I'm gonna check that one out today, I think. Um, but yeah, you know, and obviously these companies have to make money. I get it.
Piss off, Microsoft. Anyway, let's talk about this. Before you get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, and rants, guys. Go to moremore.clownfishtv.com for more Clownfish TV, and there's some bonus content out there for you. We do not do super chats. That's the way to support us if you're so inclined. So Pirate Nation's been on top of this. He put up, Microsoft says latest Windows 11 issue crashes Explorer EXE, makes taskbar disappear. Microsoft has confirmed a Windows 11...
That's like the basis of the operating system. The File Explorer and the Task Manager, like, or the taskbar. It's like, that's like almost the entire OS right there.
Bug where Explorer EXE hangs during the first sign-in after boot or on certain updates, especially with specific startup apps. This causes the taskbar to disappear, the desktop to become unresponsive, and the Start menu and File Explorer to become inaccessible. Basically, your computer is unusable. It's an unusable piece of shit at that point.
That's what I'm saying. That's like half the operating system right there. The taskbar and the Explorer. Like,
point. And we'll talk about the hows and the whys. A lot of people are saying that Microsoft is doing a lot of vibe coding now, and it's not going very well for them. But hey, I just did a video yesterday. I posted it yesterday. I actually recorded it a while ago, but I posted it yesterday talking about using Batocera Linux and converting your PC into a mini emulation station. Cool. And I recommend going out, checking that out. I have another one on how to install Linux Mint if you're so inclined.
Have you guys seen Batocera? I think it's a version of Linux that turns it into this kind of gaming setup, which is kind of cool if you like the emulators. And there's a lot of really cool emulators out there.
I'm telling you, you might want to consider ditching Windows because I don't think it's going to get better. At least not while Satya Nadella is in charge. So here's an article on this. Is coming from Windows.
Yes, this occurred on the latest Windows update. So I think I'm on 24H2 LTSC Ghost Spectre because of all of this. So I was running. And I still have it on another partition on my main rig. I've got the stock OS that it came with, and then I have a virtual disk with my current OS, Ghost Spectre 24H2, and that was why I updated, or why I installed that, because it stops all Windows updates. So on the stock one, it even says like, oh, 25H2 is ready for installation. Do you want to install it? And you can only pause the updates for up to 4 weeks, I think. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm just going to move to Ghost Spectre permanently because their updates are just completely bricking people's systems. So if you're on 25H2, I would suggest cutting off updates as long as possible.
Latest, and
maybe even blocking them, because I mean, Ghost Spectre figured out how to do that. I don't know if there's like an app out there or a script that would just kill all of the Windows updates. I'm sure there is.
Again, they latest Windows latest fuck ups. Is that what this is? Microsoft says latest Windows 11 issue crashes Explorer EXE, makes a taskbar disappear, but a fix is rolling out. So they have another fix. Is this the third one?
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift.
If I'm counting correctly, and please correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sure you all will in the comments because that's what you guys tend to do.
Probably.
I think this is the third correction they've had to issue for Windows 11 this month. So a bug in Windows 11 is crashing Explorer EXE, which could make your desktop UI disappear, including the taskbar. And if you don't see the taskbar, you cannot open this.
Well, you can pause it for up to a week, I think. And then, but you have, by default, it says pause for up to a week, but then, yeah, here. So mine updates are paused until 2077, but yeah, we got that off. So normally this will say pause for 1 week, and then this will drop down and it only goes to 4 weeks. So eventually it will it's going to force you to update at some point. Like eventually the clock is going to run out. That's all I know for sure. So, oh good, Windows Update is committed to helping reduce carbon emissions. What the fuck does that even mean?
The start menu in most cases. It's aware of the issue. Okay. Included the fix in Windows 11 KB 507.4105 optional update. Optional update. Okay. As you might know, Explorer EXE is as important as the Windows shell. When Explorer stops responding, Windows 11 lands in an unstable or unusable, same thing, state as the taskbar and desktop simply disappear or stop responding unless you manually open Task Manager, Control-Shift-Escape, and restart Explorer if it's already running. Otherwise, start a fresh Explorer EXE. Most people are not going to know how to do that, or they're not going to care. Like grandma, just getting on her computer to check on Facebook. She's not going to know how to do this.
It's like, what?
Windows 11 January 2026 update and older Windows updates have a bug that crashes Explorer EXE. You'll no longer run into the problem if you do the optional update. It's a preview update. Okay, so what? Again, people have to check for that. Like, what if they don't? And they're like, hey, my computer doesn't work.
Mom and pop.
It's worth noting that Explorer crashes specifically affected Windows installations with certain startup apps configured. This update addresses an issue where it might stop responding or hang the first time you sign into your PC if certain apps were configured as startup apps. This can make the taskbar not appear. Microsoft noted. They won't give us a list of the startup apps.
Yeah, exactly. Don't even get me started. I hate startup apps unless I actually need something to start up at login, which I do have a few, but mostly like cosmetic stuff, right? I got a screenshot app that I really like, and then Windhawk, which just dresses up my taskbar stuff. Taskbar start menu gives it that transparent effect, but I don't need that, and just a couple other things. But like, if I don't want it to start up, like, I don't want it to start up.
They won't tell you what's causing it to crash, but it's recommended to try the optional update if you're having performance problems. After the Windows 11 KB 507.4109 debacle, this week's optional update feels like a much-needed calm, and we have some noteworthy fixes to talk about, yada, yada, yada. So maybe this is the second one. Yeah, I said Windows was seeing the folder, but skipping the step where it applies custom display rules. Yeah, so the folder naming, the desktop INI, we knew about that. Also, if you have black screens, this update should help. Yes, I did, and I switched my laptop over to Linux, and I don't know if I'm going to boot it in Windows.
But if you got a black screen, how the hell are you going to update? How are you supposed to update if your screen is black?
11 again. I really don't know if I'm going to. Turns out the black screen problem was not due to NVIDIA's driver after all. Oh, okay. As Microsoft found out, it's linked to Windows. So it wasn't NVIDIA's problem. It was a Microsoft problem.
They tried to blame it on NVIDIA.
This is such bullshit. So, yeah, let's see the comments here on Pirate Nation, because this is just insane. Crypto Forge says some poor bastard on Monday morning before some big presentation. Yeah. Slop. Oh, my God. Slop. There you go. Microslop.
Oh, there he is.
Microslop. Microslop. Okay, here we go.
Sloppy,
how did one of the largest tech giants in the world, formerly having soft in the name, get so bad at making software? Asks Conrad Zonka. Because they're using AI to cover 30% of the programming, according to them, says Holt Anuccio. Conrad says, I use it for 90% and it works well. Windows doesn't, my dude, which means they not only use AI, but also have shitty programmers. It's been problematic for a year or more, maybe now. And now they're worried. Well, they're worried because of the stock price. And we'll talk about that. Imagine they thought they could do whatever they want because they control the market, but in recent months, the market share has slipped and the backlash is immense, says another user. Holt says, of course, it's about the money. It's always about money. They're killing Xbox, but the CEO said they wanted to raise the profit up to 30%, which is very difficult. Yeah, the profit margin.
Killing Xbox,
Microsoft wants a 30% profit margin on everything. And that's not realistic on games, especially not AAA games right now. But they could be applying that to Windows too, which is why we're getting ads and upsells and all kinds of shit. I'm going to just put that here. You can draw your own conclusions. So here's the motley fool. The math behind Microsoft's AI boom doesn't add up, and investors are finally noticing. Yeah, so the stock cratered. And it's not because of the Windows 11 update. That is a symptom of the bigger problem, which is Microsoft's over-reliance on shitty AI, which is not... And I have thoughts on that. We're going to talk about that Reddit, was it Molt book, later today. And I think that's all a scam. That's my personal opinion. I think it's all a last gasp effort for these companies to avoid a bubble bursting by being like, oh, look, the AI is like super, super smart, guys. It can just create its own Reddit, and we're almost there. We're almost to the singularity. It's like, no,
yeah.
I think investors are starting to realize that AI...
Did you guys see that? The Reddit for AI bots that they made? It's pretty interesting.
It has its limitations. And they're realizing that Microsoft definitely has its limitations. So Microsoft is dependent on OpenAI and it's struggling to sell its own AI-powered products. So shares of Microsoft tanked on Thursday following a quarterly report that spooked investors. It's coming from the Motley Fool. Well, the headline numbers look great. Some cracks in the AI growth story started to emerge. A heavy dependence on OpenAI, which OpenAI is in financial trouble right now too. They need NVIDIA to bail them out. Soaring capital expenditures on short-lived CPU and GPU assets and an anemic adoption of their own AI products paint a rough picture for the tech giant. Every dinosaur dies out.
Oh, they had to cancel recall because some people figured out very quickly that, you know, they said it was secure, but someone got their hands on like a preview version of it, and within I think 10 minutes he figured out that he found where the screenshots were being stored securely, and was able to access all of them. So he's like, if I found it in 10 minutes, like, you know, a hacker's going to find it quicker than that, you know? And it's the same thing with this Copilot. They had to roll that back too, because hackers already found out that they could just trick it like within 5 minutes.
That eventually, right? And people are like, well, I can't imagine a world without Microsoft. I'm like, it could totally happen. We used to have other operating systems. It used to, you know, we had more competition. Yeah. And we don't have that now. So
and again, I think this is all good, right? Because right now we're kind of at like the inflection point, right? Right now, all the apps install easily on Microsoft, but with all of them, with Microsoft fucking up the way they're doing, it's a good thing for Linux, right? It's a very good thing for Linux, because now companies are going to start looking at Linux as extremely viable, if not more viable than Windows used to be. So right now we're kind of in the Wild West where, like, you know, I still need Windows over here, but I'd rather be on Linux. You know what I mean? So it's kind of the Wild West right now, you know, but eventually I think a lot of these companies are going to start making their software compatible for Mac, Linux, and Windows. So it's a good thing, right? It's a good thing. Now, I don't know if it's going to be for every distro, but like you said, I mean, you guys all know that you can make it work for any distro. It's just a different method. Yeah, a good point. Even Microsoft doesn't use Windows servers for their OS servers. Try Winboat again. We could, yeah. Yeah, we could try Winboat again. On Fedora. Yeah, for their servers. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we could try Winboat again. But I do want to try Porteous. I just want to at least see if we can fire it up off of the external.
Google. I mean, Google, I remember when Google was just another search engine in a sea of search engines back in the late 90s. Mm-hmm. And there were so many other search engines that I kind of wonder, like, well, what would have happened if, you know, Ask or Smack Jeeves or Webcrawler, what, you know, one of the many, many Lycos, what if they would have become?
Oh, yeah. Remember Ask Jeeves? Ask Jeeves. Ask Jeeves. Whoa. That takes me back. Really? What's their distro? Yeah, I was thinking if they were smart, they would come out with their own Linux distro and then like push it, but not let people know that it is Microsoft, you know, like as a way to move people over. Lycos and Alta Vista. Huh, I didn't know that. Are those, what do you call it? Are those, excuse me, are those available to download, or are they like for registered people only, registered developers?
Google, what would have happened? I don't know if it would have been any better, but Google was actually like my third or fourth choice back in the day. I literally went to like every other search engine before I went to Google. So, and now they
Ask Jeeves. You guys remember Ask Jeeves?
Like own the
whatever
internet.
Whatever happened to Jeeves?
I think we're starting to see why this is a bad thing. All right, so Motley Fool says they're putting most of its eggs in one broken basket. Yeah, Microsoft's remaining performance obligation now sits at $625 billion, an astounding figure. Here's the problem: $281 billion of that total is tied to contracts with OpenAI. So if OpenAI collapses, it could take Microsoft with it, right?
What? I didn't know that. Wow. That's like half their fucking company right there. The remaining performance obligation sits at 600. That's like half of their. Wow. Cat's crying. Oh, okay. So CBL, Mariner, or Azure Linux. I think I've heard of Azure. Oh, okay. Oh, those. Okay, those were the search engines you were talking about. Alta Vista. Wow.
Am I reading that correctly? Yeah, the same OpenAI that reportedly declared code red in December as competition gained ground. The same OpenAI that is now full steam ahead on putting ads in the ChatGPT, a move once called a last resort by Sam Altman. Microsoft is going to invest incredible sums of cash in building AI infrastructure for a company that appears to no longer have any meaningful competitive advantage, and that also has mega contracts with other providers, including Oracle. Microsoft spends $37 billion on cap expenditures in the most recent quarter alone, with 2/3 of that money going toward short-lived assets like GPUs and CPUs. Well, I don't think they're going to be short-lived. I think that we're going to be stuck with our CPUs and GPUs for like a decade now. I think this AI boom is actually going to set us back a couple of decades. That's my thought on it. Microsoft CFO Amy Hood tried to ease investor concerns by saying the GPUs the company buys are already contracted for most of their useful lives. There's some uncertainty over how quickly data center GPUs should be deprecated, given how much they improve with each generation, and analysts express concern about the gap between contract lengths and useful lifetimes. This argument falls flat. The real risk is that OpenAI at some point over the next few years becomes unable to fulfill its side of the massive contracts it signed. Yeah, OpenAI is out there wheeling and dealing, taking all kinds of money from all kinds of companies, and this shit's going to collapse. I'm telling you. And ChatGPT is not that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's why. I think I've seen their servers somewhere at some point. But I think, I think this guy's right. Clownfish, he's absolutely right. This is going to crash. That's crazy. The AI bubble is exploded, and it's going to crash faster than any other bubble, I feel like. Because it just recently came about, and it's just gonna explode because people don't want it. Yeah, it's a good tool. The first time yes, fuck, I forgot to try the latency. I apologize, guys. I don't know if I can stop the stream and then start it back up with lower latency, but I mean, I could try. I just don't want to mess anything up. Yeah. I don't know if it'll take down NVIDIA because people are always going to need graphics cards, but I do think that this, it's gonna collapse because, yes, is AI useful? Yes, AI is useful. It's handy. It's cool. It's neat. Is it absolutely necessary? Maybe in certain applications. I just think, I think he's right. This is gonna pop way sooner than anyone believes. Yeah. Yeah, but I heard you don't want those 5090s, or, well, I mean, maybe for AI stuff, but I don't know, because it's like the Bitcoin miners, right? They said you don't want those graphics cards that are using the Bitcoin miners, or that are mining Bitcoin or any other crypto, because they're pretty much fucking just burnt up. So maybe, and they might be decent, but just keep that in mind. Bear in mind that it's like buying like a old car that's like pristine, right? But it's still, 50 years old. Like, is it gonna run? Yeah, it'll run. But then if it breaks down, like, don't be surprised that if it breaks down right away.
That good. As far as models are concerned, like I work with different AI models for different projects. ChatGPT is like one of the worst. I'm sorry, that is like grandma's AI. It's not that good. It's the easiest to use. It's the most accessible, but it's really not that good. It makes a lot of really dumb mistakes. I'm like, this is why I'm thinking the bubble. All of this is about AI being magic and being a magic cure-all for everything, and I don't think it's going to be. I think we are going to realize it's just fancier computing that's going to help us do more with less, but it still needs human oversight. And I think everything going on right now with the talk of the singularity and all that, I think is bullshit. I mean, you can't get basic facts right. You're telling me it's going to take over the world? Bullshit. I don't believe that for a minute. And I think there's some people that love that because they've invested in these companies, but I think we're going to find out real quick that it definitely has its limitations. And it's going to settle into being a tool, but I think there's going to be a lot of collateral damage to the economy because I think we're going to lose a lot of jobs as these companies chase this AI, this mythical, magical AI that's going to, just print money for us because we don't need people anymore. I don't think that's going to happen. And I like AI as a tool, but I'm being realistic. It's not going to happen. And a lot of people are going to be in for a very rude awakening. And they realize that Sam Altman is a snake oil salesman. We're going to be in for a very rude awakening. Everything is going to go kablooey. That is my personal opinion. But yeah. And it's going to start with Microsoft. And everybody's got Microsoft on their computer. And I think what they were doing was they're like, well, it's kind of like streaming, right? They're like, everybody's got Microsoft on their computer, so they'll do whatever. We can throw ads on it. We can upsell them shit, whatever. It's like free TV. All of a sudden, you get more and more ads, and then you go to pause it, and there's like an ad on a pause screen. Then they're throwing QR codes on the screen. Like I remember when Roku didn't have any ads on it. It was just streaming TV, and that was great. Now you go to the home screen, it's like banner ads all over the friggin' place. And that's what's going to happen with Windows. Because they got to make money, right? They got investors they got to make happy. And I think it's going to take us. It's going to take, individuals that want to just have a decent experience on the internet to kind of go back to that. And unfortunately, because everything has been so based on advertising and whatever, you're going to have to pay for the things you like on the internet. I think a lot of journalism is going to be paywalled. I think a lot of content creators are going to be paywalled because the alternative is we let these corporations, the ad-minded corporations, run things, and the internet just becomes unusable. And, but that's what I think the whole thing's about with Windows is I think they're trying to do things as cheaply as possible. And whether it's AI or overseas workers or whatever the hell is going on, but they're making it worse. And the end goal is to monetize you, the user. But if you can't even get into Windows to start your day, joke's on you, Microsoft. This is like nobody's going to see your damn ads if their computer won't even start.
They shot themselves in the foot.
How is it that things were better? How is it that things were better 10 or 15 years ago online? Riddle me this. Same with the, this is a side tangent, but even just using the internet, right? Why is it that my residential Starlink is infinitely better than the Comcast business I pay through the nose for? Riddle me this, because it used to be that we paid through the nose for it because the speeds were great. Now the speeds aren't that great. And then I found out that the speeds aren't even, or the Comcast business isn't even on a dedicated line anymore. It used to be on a dedicated business line. It is not. They're putting all the residential customers on it too. So I've heard they're like pulsing or throttling people, but we're not getting what we're paying for. Like we're on the 1.25 gig or whatever, and it's dog shit. My $60 Starlink.
Yeah. All right. He's just rambling about that. But if you guys haven't yet, check out the old clownfish. Give him a subscription. It's good stuff. I enjoy his videos quite a bit. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I can update the freaking, what's it called? The latency while I'm streaming, unfortunately. I wish I could, but I got to remember to do that. So make a note of that. And I'll try it again because I know at one point I was on ultra low latency and then it just did not, something was happening with my stream. It just didn't jive. It kept like lagging out. I'll try it again. Change YouTube's. I'll try low latency. I think it was because I was on ultra low and it was like screwing it up. Oh, yeah. I gotta ship HP thing. Writing some sticky notes. All right, guys, let's get into this, shall we? How's everybody doing today? Happy Sunday? Is it Sunday? I'll be damned. Did that pop up? I think it There it is. Oh, I gotta unplug this. Hang on. I'm all set up. There he is. Cooper's playing. That's cute. All right. Ejecto this-o. Eject. But yeah, it'll be fun once I get those laptops. I enjoy tinkering around with that stuff. And then we see, and ultimately see about which distro would be good to install on some of those laptops. Because I do feel like a lot of the older ones, like, yeah, you can install Windows 11 on them, but they're probably not the most efficient rate on them. Oh, that's right. This over here. This over here. So that plugged in. Whoa. Big screen. There we go. Fedora. Here we are. All right, we're logged into Fedora. I was trying a couple games on here after hours. What else was I trying? Oh, yeah, what did we install? We installed I guess it won't do by which one we recently updated. All good. I think we installed Shotcut on here. Oh, hang on. Oh, it gave you Pop OS vibes? Brozella! Oh, I didn't know you went anywhere, Brozella. I think I did install Shotcut on here, but let's just exit out of this. Let's just put everything. Oops. And what was the other one? KD. Kden Live? Yeah, that was it. Kden Live, the video editor. I wanted to check this out. It looks pretty nice. Full HD is fine. Frame rate. Oh, that's nice. So you can do vertical and horizontal, like right there. Video tracks. How does it always do? Like, 30. Yeah, I mean, this looks awesome. It's got different. Yeah. Is it streaming? You can stream from it too? Or is it just for video editing? Yeah, I mean, this looks great. This looks very cool. Yeah. Like I said, I was editing on CapCut for a long time and I really got used to it. I liked it. The only thing, and here we go again. The other thing I didn't like about CapCut is the subscription model. They pigeonhole you into wanting to, you know, get you to subscribe so you can do the premium features, and they're just throwing it in your face. And then the one that also kind of broke the camel's back was the transitions. You know, they give you a bunch of free ones. Crossfade, right? Simple. Just crossfade between one clip and the next. Well, you use that one at like everywhere, right? They just changed that as to be a paid feature. Ah, that's what I thought. I was like, I don't think you can stream from this. This doesn't look like a streaming kind of layout. But yeah, OBS I think is still the king for streaming. Meld is another one that just came out that a lot of people seem to like, but I like OBS. It's perfect for what I need. But this looks really robust, so I like this as well. Shotcut is good, but it's not the best. Like, cause for me, it didn't seem like the interface was set up nicely, if that makes sense. And can I move these? How do I move these around? Or can I create a new? Okay, so I can. I wish I could create a new, like, what's it called here? The editing. I'll put it up here. Change this to here. And then this to here. Ah, why did it do that? No, I don't know why it's doing that. That's weird. Oh, here, this way. Yeah, it's really nice. I like it a lot. Positions. I can put them over here, maybe. A couple over here. Yeah, it works. Project monitor, clip monitor. X stuff over here. Yeah, that works. Something like that. Get your main project monitor. And I can actually put this underneath. Yeah, that works. Hold super plus right click to resize the window. Super and then right click. Oh, like that. That's interesting. Very good. But yeah, so CapCut, they just did the cross dissolve. They just changed that to make it a paid feature. So then if you've got all of your files that you were already using cross dissolve, now when you go to re-render it, even though you already were able to do it, it's going to pop up and say, oh, hey, you're using a pro feature. If you want to da 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 da, you got to pay. And it's just, I'm like, I'm over all this stupid subscription shit. I really am. So I'm not going to edit anything right now, but just wanted to check this out. I like the fact that it's got all these different tabs up here that I can change around. You got your main one for editing. Oh, and it went back. It didn't save. So maybe you can make a new thing. I'll have to look it up later, but right here, save layout. Yeah. Okay, so you can. But it didn't put it up here. Weird. So it didn't put it up here. That's just an interface thing. But anyway, I'll mess around with that later. And I thought I changed it to horizontal. Try Void Linux. Never heard of Void Linux. What's Void Linux? What is Void Linux? Should we look that one up, guys? Void. Void or a void? Again with the fucking keyboard. Void. Oh, is that right? Try Void or Alpine. Okay. Which, what do we got here? We got XFCE, we got bass, roots, containers, not ARM, containers. What are containers? Like VMware? Container registry. Okay. So I'd probably have to get, yeah, XFCE. That's what I was just thinking. Now, what's the difference here? Is this just the server that it's on? G library C or muscle? libc? What's the difference? I don't understand what the difference is there. What is this one? Oh, not bad. Yeah, 1.3 gigs. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I'll probably do XFCE. So do you guys want to do this one or Porteous? It sounds like you guys want to try this one, so we'll try this one. But you know, well, I did just download it on here. That's okay. I'll just pull this for a second, transfer it. I downloaded it on Windows. I should have just downloaded it. I should have just downloaded it on my other computer, but what was I thinking? Yeah. Is that muscle? Muscle. That sounds fun. Muscle. 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 All right. And we got lots of distros in here. Do you hate System MD? I hate System MD. What is System MD? Could you guys tell me? I have no idea about any of this stuff. I'm just like, what's that? What's that? What is that? What is that? I'm a noob. What can I say? But I enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's good stuff. Okay. Eject this again. It's not in use. Don't get it. Click, click. Let me just check my phone real quick. Make sure the girl's out with my son, so. Oh. He looks like he's having a good time. He's on the slides, and there's a like a inflatable thing over here. Okay. The default initialization system. No, sorry, my son is over there playing on like it's like a bounce house type of place. No trampolines, but they have like bounce houses and jungle gyms and stuff. He looks like he's having a blast. Okay. Let's see here. Finally. Guess what? What? You remembered your password. That's the easiest way to hack into it. Just remember your password. Just remember the password. Why not? Oh, you hacked it. You got in. You hacked it or you actually remembered it? F3. All right. Linux. Let's see. We've got a few more. So we did get Fedora. We got Garuda. Lubuntu. Lubuntu? I thought I downloaded Kubuntu as well. PC Linux OS. Where the hell did this one come from? I got Porteus. Oh, Red Hat. And I realized why Red Hat was so small, because you have to log in. Oh, your memory is good. Good. So you did remember it. Tails is pretty small. But I realized why Red Hat was so small. Because it's just like the installer. So I think it's just the installer on that ISO, and you have to register and like log in to get it to install, and then it probably downloads everything. I'm not sure what Lubuntu was. I don't remember. Oh, and then I did get Ubuntu. We got Void. We got Voyager, and then Zorin. I'm really, my mind has changed about Zorin for sure. Yeah, but I don't remember where this one came from. PC Linux OS. I don't remember where or who suggested that one. But we got it. All right, so we'll try Void normally, hopefully Ventoy. Okay, there we go. Do we want it in RAM? Graphics disabled? No. Oh, speech. With speech. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll just run the first one, yeah? Run the first one, why not? Biosir. Uh-oh. What does that mean? Something happened. Oh, I'm off. I guess my thing's off a little bit. I could bump this up a little bit. Oop. Ooh. Look at that. Huh. Have you ever heard of Pardus? No, I have not. Look at this little guy. This looks like fun. Let me... How do I change the resolution here? This is cool. Ah, the old Hackintosh days. This is cool. I like it because it reminds me of like Mac OS. This is good for, this would be good for those computers that don't have a lot of storage. But yeah, how do I change the resolution? I've messed around with it a little bit, but I don't see. Settings, display. There we go. Nailed it. Nailed it. Ah. Oh. Yeah, I do want to keep it, but why would it put the windows way over there? Weird. Oh, weird. Yeah, I found it. Eventually. Eventually we found it. But yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I like I have seen some of these other XFCE desktops. I like them, you know, as far as for like small desktop clients, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I like it. It reminds me of like Windows XP because it's real basic, you know, just basic, you know, what you see is what you get, which not bad. You know, we've got scale output. Uh, this is a 34-inch monitor, but I've got this, you know, set to 1920 by 1080 so that you guys can see what's going on. So let me see. Let's hit that. Ah. Ooh, no, no, no. Go back. Let's go back one. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I've heard of Omarchi. Um, is Omarchi does that have like a user interface, like a desktop environment, or what desktop environment is Omarchi? Oh, you can reflect it too? That's interesting. Setting up an audio server on Void. Hmm. What do we need an audio server for? I don't know if I have any audio files on here per se. Oh, okay, it's pre-configured Wayland. Got it. I don't know. I don't think I've used, well, yeah, I have used the Wayland before. What is the best? What do you mean? What is the best feeling? I think the best feeling in the world is love, obviously. I like the little XFCE mouse. He's so mousy. That one's fun. XFCE. What is yours? I'd say a job well done. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Other devices. Yeah, I like this one. It's not bad. And what's the does this you can run it on RAM, it said. Oh, the tearing of the screen. Yeah, that's because my capture card. So, and unfortunately, that's the only way I can when you clean when you clean your ear with the Q-tip. Yeah, the tearing is bad, but top tier Linux rage bait. Void live. So I think, is this running in RAM? I think this is running in RAM. I like the Explorer and everything. It's pretty nice. It doesn't name any of my failed to mount 1.2 gig volume. That's probably in RAM, I'm guessing. So that's like, I don't know if that's the OS necessarily. Yeah. Yeah, I can't mount Ventoy because, oh, there it goes. Okay, we do have all that. I browse the network. Does it see anything? No, it doesn't see anything. So what should we do with this? Browse the network. I'm already on the network. You said you wanted to set up an audio server? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it would make stuff easier to find, but let me see. This is the Fedora drive, and then this would be the Windows drive, which still has the swap file in it. And then that's probably, I don't know what that is. Anon. Don't leak the Wi-Fi. I don't know. Let's see what it comes with. Does it come with any applications here? Oops, that's okay. Let's Explorer again. This the web, I'm guessing. Application Finder. Oh, okay. So it's got like a little store here. Is this the store or is this just like a launcher? Okay, so this is just like a settings launcher. Your app launcher. Put a background image on it. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't mind the Finder just because I think it's like basic, you know. It reminds me of like Windows XP or almost like early Macintosh a little bit. Especially these drives. These drives remind me of like Mac icons for sure. Wired connection. Got the applications up here. Accessories. Yeah, this is still running on my mini PC right now. I suppose I could set up a what's it called? What the hell's the word of it? Can't think of the name of it. Virtual machine. Yeah, yeah, I'm on my mini PC. I would run a virtual machine on the big PC, but while I'm streaming, I noticed it definitely lags quite a bit. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You love Nautilus, but the Dolphin is more flexible. Are you asking me what I do for a living? You're looking at it. You're looking at it. No, not yet. It doesn't pay the bills just yet. But I am disabled from the military, so I get some disability, and right now that's what pays the bills. Yeah. No, no. It's not paying off just yet. But I definitely make like a couple $100 every couple months with that. Also, I do like what's it called? Sorry, I can't. Trying to think of the word. I don't know, like side jobs, side hustles, right? I do like side hustles, like buying the laptops, refurbing those, and then, but the YouTube videos hopefully will one day take off, you know, and pay off. But I don't know if you guys have any ideas of like videos you'd like to see or things you'd like to see me do. Feel free to drop them on the Discord, and I'll put some videos together. What was my dog tag? What's I don't think you're thinking of the right word. Dog tags are, you mean call sign? I didn't have a call sign. Only pilots have call signs. No, I didn't get kicked out of the Army. No, I'm disabled. I have disability from the VA, so I get disability payments, which is not a lot, but I do get it. It's enough to pay the bills right now. And I've been living off my savings the last couple of years just because I had a bunch of medical problems a few years ago. And I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. But I was like really dizzy a lot, and I would get these random dizzy spells, and then I could tell my mental acuity was like way down. I couldn't think straight. I couldn't focus on anything. It was really, really weird. Okay. Dedicated distro review videos. That I could do. I could do that. I think with the dedicated distro reviews, what do you call it? I would need like a checklist kind of thing, you know, where like sorry. So like a certain set of things that we would install on Linux and like check out and see how it performs. That kind of thing. What disabilities? Well, I've got PTSD and depression and just a few other like just medical things. Also, that's what was going on is like when I was having like just all these weird symptoms, right? And then I didn't know it was what I was eating, but like so I was eating certain things and I would just have these like dizzy spells, and then I would have spells where I would just have to go to bed. Like it would just knock me out. It was like borderline narcolepsy, where like all of a sudden I wasn't tired, but then all of a sudden I was like, I gotta go lay down. And then I'd lay down and I'd be like out instantly, like instantly. So it was like kind of like narcolepsy. Long story short, turns out my pancreas doesn't function properly. So I'm not diabetic. It's called what the hell is it called? Pancreatic exocrine insufficiency, I think. Something like that. I know it's exocrine. So it's exocrine insufficiency. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's kind of what I'm trying to do as well, is like trying to just, you know, test run some of these. Um, well, thank you. Thank you. I'm doing better, but I'll never get well again. I have to take, I gotta take pills every time I eat something. So I gotta take pills every time I eat now, because my pancreas, basically, well, and Brazil probably knows about this. She's a doctor, right? Uh, so my pancreas does not produce the enzyme that is necessary for digestion and absorption of nutrients. So it's kind of fucked, right? So, whoops. Whoa, that was creepy. Anyway, my pancreas is fucked, right? So it's not gonna get better. It just does not produce uh, that enzyme, and as a result, I'd go into the doctor and they'd take blood and they'd be like, "Oh, it looks like you're deficient in vitamin D." So then they'd give me vitamin D pills. I'm taking those. I'm still having the symptoms. It's not helping. And then I go back in and they draw more blood and they're like, "Oh, now you're deficient in vitamin B, blah blah blah." And this. So basically I was severely malnourished and vitamin deficient. I was losing a bunch of weight, and it was because of the pancreas, because I can't absorb nutrients. And it was probably like this for a long time, right? Uh-oh. I got locked out. What's the password? Oh, geez. Yeah. Yep. That's it. Pancreatic enzyme. I'm on Creon. Um, and yes, it has helped me regain my mental acuity. That was the biggest thing. Was like my brain just was not functioning, and it's probably void. Yeah. Why would they put a password on a live? Oh, maybe void live. Why would they put a password on a live distro? Was that it? Did it just kick me off? What just happened? Oh, Anon. It's not Anon. It's not void. It's not void live. Let's see if I can. And it's not nothing. There's definitely a password. They have to. All distros have passwords. Right, but for a live CD, like to try it out, why would it need a password? Is it void Oh, void Linux. Yay, thank you. You heard it here first, folks. The password is void Linux. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. But yeah, that's silly. I don't know why they would do that. A password on there just in case, just in case, I guess. I don't know. But I feel like for a test run, why would you need a password, really? But definitely good security. Love it. Love to see it. But yeah, getting back to that, like that's probably one of like the worst things. And all this was happening right after my girl got pregnant, and I'm going to the doctors, and my body is like deteriorating. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so like I'm tired all the time. I was tired all the time. I was weak because my body was eating itself, essentially. So I was severely vitamin deficient and malnourished for probably my whole life because and I think it got worse and then finally just shit the bed when I got COVID in 2020, 2019, something like that. And then yeah, my girlfriend got pregnant, and then my body is like deteriorating and falling apart. and she got bedridden because she has MCAS, and we didn't know that. And so she's like swollen from the pregnancy, and she's swollen, you know, basically she's bedridden. So I'm like falling apart, and I got to take care of her and myself and 2 cats and a lizard and a dog and our unborn baby. Um, and so I'm falling apart, and I would have if they hadn't caught it and found out what it was, because I never, my entire life, I've averaged right at 150, right? I was always right at 150. And then when this started happening, I dipped down, right? I dipped way down. I lost like 20 pounds in the matter of like a couple weeks. Um, and I was down to like 130. Um, and you can imagine what that does to a person. I started getting all sorts of weird pains, back pains, neck pains, you name it, pains like everywhere. Because I was basically, it felt like I was an 80-year-old person. Because as you age, this is what naturally happens. Anyway, long story short, um, now I've always been at 150, and then uh, since I got on the pills, I was down to 130, and since I've gotten on the pills over this past year, I'm now at 185. I've never been 185. Never. My entire life. So the pills are working, and I probably should have been 185 my entire life. Just my body, my pancreas just doesn't work. Yes. Yeah. Allergic histamines. Yep. That's exactly it. And she had, they thought she had hypertension because no one knew that she had MCAS. And leave it to AI. AI figured it out. ChatGPT. She started talking to ChatGPT recently because she's been doing a side project. She's writing a book with ChatGPT's help. And so she's been talking to ChatGPT like about everything, and ChatGPT figured out that she might have MCAS, and then she looked at all the symptoms and she's like, "Son of a bitch, this is exactly what I have. This is exactly what I've had my entire life." So, and I know Brazilla has been working on AI stuff for the medical. I think that's a great, great use for AI. Absolutely. AI should be used for medical stuff, not for fucking making stupid videos about people twerking. Who cares about that shit? Like, help people who are sick, you know? Um, but yeah, so that's my story, really. So I haven't been working. I've been doing, I do some graphic design, like freelance stuff. And then I was doing Fortnite for a while, because during all of this, you know, I was like, it felt like I was losing my, oh, here we go again. What the hell is it? Void Linux. I felt like I was losing my mind half the time. Um, couldn't think straight, you know, couldn't stay focused. So Fortnite was like my only escape from reality, and it was nice. So I started streaming because I got to tell you, when we all get there, like, you'll know. I felt like I was dying, and that's a feeling that you will feel in your soul. I knew I was dying. I could feel it. There's no mistake. It's like your body is just shutting down, and there's no other feeling like it. You're just like, this is it. This is it. I'm fucking checking out. So, I don't feel like that anymore. So that's good. That's a good thing. But you can definitely feel it. Definitely feel it. So anyway, this is a great little OS. Thank you. Thank you. Dato. Thank you, Dato. Yes, yes. She had a lot of brain fog as well. hmm So she couldn't function. So literally, it was like the blind leading the blind. Because I'm fucking like dying. I'm on my last leg, and I'm taking care of her, who's like bedridden with our baby. Like, and seriously, like, and yeah, we joke about it, but not really. Now that we're both feeling better, but it's like we don't blame Cooper, but we're like, damn, Cooper, like you almost took us both out, kid. Like you don't even know. You almost took us both out. Like I was dying, she was dying. Like it was bad. It was a bad pregnancy. But we were blessed with a wonderful, wonderful baby boy. He's absolutely great and crazy in all the good ways and just fun and brings us so much joy. He's amazing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, and it's I think of all this AI stuff too, and there's computers and all that, and it's like it's almost like they're kind of like pushing us the other way. But we can still use the computers and design and things like that to create another society where we don't really need computers. I don't know. It's kind of like pushing us the other way. He's good. He's good. Yes, he is I think he's gifted too. He got into painting. He's painting and he wants to paint all the time now, which is awesome. He likes painting. We have like a little watercolor, little paint thing. Oh, let me see. Watercolor. Oh, spelled it wrong. Watercolor paints. One of these. We got one of these. It's like $5. Yeah, pop it open. Come on. Come on, pop open. I want it open the thing. Yeah, one of these. And he's almost 3. He's almost 3. And he's definitely got a photographic memory and not talking in sentences. He's talking. He's definitely talking, but not in sentences just yet. But he can read. He knows how to read already. He started reading at 2.5. But we got him one of these, and he loves it. The little watercolors things, right? And I like close it and put it up on the counter, and then he'll grab my hand and take me over there, and he's like pointing at it or throwing my hand towards it. He doesn't really point that much, um, but he wants to paint all the time now. And he was on a marker kick. He likes markers, but now, yeah, he just likes the watercolor paints right now. So, and I know they go through like phases of what they like. So, but yeah, really, I started streaming because I thought I was dying and I wanted to leave something for my son. $90 is $1. $5, what the fuck? It's like 25 rupees. 2.6. 90 rupees is $1. An IT dad? What do you mean me? I'm not an IT. I'm a designer, but but I like to tinker. I like to tinker. Yeah, don't be jealous, but no, I wanted to leave something, you know. So if you go back through all my Fortnite videos, like, you know, and not all of them were directed to him, but I wanted to at least leave him something to let him know who his dad was. You know, raw, unfiltered, like me getting killed by some sweat or some fucking kid and just swearing and, you know, like, this is me. This is who I am. I, like, you know, I'm playing the game. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And just to leave him something, you know. But I had the YouTube channel. I started the YouTube channel from just something that I happened upon, right? It was for the Mac OS. They used to have a feature on old iMacs. Yeah, exactly. I'll leave them the Steam library and my Fortnite account. You can have all that, you know. But no, there was a feature that you could use one old iMac as a monitor for a second iMac, or a laptop. You could use the iMac screen as a secondary monitor for a what do you call it? No, I'm not dying anytime soon. Well, and that's what I was saying. So like with the Creon, now I'm probably gonna live forever because like I'll always have that enzyme to help absorb food, where as you get older, like your body just naturally stops producing that, you know? Yeah. I'm sure I will now. But again, I thought I was on the way out. So I was like, yeah, you know, I got to leave him something to let him know who I was. Um but yeah. So what was I saying? See, I still get foggy cuz I think I was malnourished so long that or at least the last couple of years, like, because ever since I got COVID, I did not feel the same ever since. And then I think I got brain damage. I really do, because my brain does not function the way it used to. But whatever. All right. Yeah, this one's cool. I like it. I like this void. I might use this one for sure. I like it. I like the look and feel of it. I like this. This is simple. It's XFCE, right? So I guess this is kind of the standard XFCE. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I archived all the Fortnite ones on my tech channel. Oh, that's what I was talking about. So there was a feature called target display mode, and I got into installing new OSs onto the Mac systems. So I was installing Ventura on older iMacs because I had a couple iMacs at the time. So I wanted the newest OS, and I found out you could do that. And I was like, son of a bitch, I wonder if target display mode works. because Apple nerfed it after a certain upgrade. So people were pissed, and then they were downgrading because I think it was Catalina. If you upgraded from Catalina to High Sierra, Sierra, it nerfed the feature. Yeah. Yeah, and that's why I was falling asleep. That's exactly why I was falling asleep. If I ate anything high in fat, like instantly, instantly. But so anyway, I found out that I think it was in Monterey at the time that if you upgraded both of your iMacs to Monterey, target display mode worked again. No, Catalina's pretty old, from my understanding. But Monterey was like the newest one at the time. And then Ventura, which I liked Ventura a lot better than Monterey. So it worked for Ventura, but then Sonoma came out and I upgraded them both to Sonoma and it nerfed the feature again. And I tried contacting the people doing open core and all that. But anyway, that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is that I thought that was so cool that I wanted to share it, right? So I just made a YouTube video about it. Didn't think anything of it. That was my first YouTube video. Didn't think anything of it. And then I logged back in and it had like I logged back in I think like 3 months later and it had like 17,000 views. And I was like, "What the hell?" I had no idea. I had just like uploaded it to share, like, because I thought it was cool. I thought other people would want this feature back, and sure enough, they did because it had like 17,000 views on it. And now since then, I forget. I don't know how many views that video has, but it's I want to say 100,000 views. So that's what started me doing kind of the YouTube thing. But then I started feeling like I was passing away. And so then I just kind of got into Fortnite and live streaming. So I've learned a lot about live streaming and doing that whole thing, um, which I enjoy. I enjoy live streaming. Ah, my dad used to use Arch. Yeah, that could be too. Yeah. Yeah, so the blood was probably rushing to my stomach at the time, like maybe for digestion. So if I ate something recently and then all the blood would rush to my stomach and I'd be like, oh, and it was bad too. It was like vertigo. Like I'd have to grab onto something, hold the wall, like, because I was like dizzy. Um, but all right. So I like this one. Yep, I like Void. Void's cool. It's just a another XFCE, pretty small. I like small distros. I think they're cool. Definitely have some good uses for them. So go ahead and there's no restart? What the? Well, I gotta give it bad marks for no restart button. Why is there no restart button? There's only a shutdown button. There's a suspend and shutdown and switch user, but no restart. Yeah. Yeah. And it's not, you know, sudo reboot. I was going to say there's probably just a sudo reboot command, huh? Nope. If I could spell. This is why, see, this is why I still look at the keyboard, because I always just fuck it up. Whoops. Oh, yeah. Getting white out blurry. Mm. Yeah, and I never, like, I was more like a snacker always when I was growing up. Like, I was just constantly, like, just eating chips here, eating this there, you know, like snacking on stuff. All right, guys, what should we try next? We got, let's see. I wanted to try Porteous. I wanted to see what the gnome Porteous looked like. It's really small. Another small distro, only 461 megabytes, which is insane. How much was Void? Void was 1.35 gigs, but this is only 461. DD5, yeah, DDR5 RAM. He has memory, him. What? No, I don't drink a lot of soda. We were drinking a lot of what's it called? Like the seltzer water, like sparkling water. But I don't drink a lot of water, no. But I do drink water though. Yes. To answer your question, yes, I do drink water. So I want to try this Porteous. I don't know if it's going to launch through Ventoy. I'll find out. Well, that doesn't look promising. Am I German? I think there's some German in there. Oh, no, I'm in the US. Yeah, we use pounds. Centimeters and kilograms. Well, I'll have to use Siri for this one. What's 5'9" in centimeters? What? Are you serious? Well, Siri can't answer that, so. Let me just look it up. Oh, okay. German people love sparkling water. No. Yeah, I don't think Porteous is working. Looks like that one doesn't work with Ventoy. Hang on a second. Let me just get this back up. I wish I knew what the boot command was for this stupid laptop. Or this, whatever the hell this thing's called. Oh, cat's calling. I'm still streaming. All right. Let me take foot pound never made since the 70s. Yeah, it definitely is. I think so too. I think centimeters is definitely a better system. Pounds too. Like I'm sure there's something kilograms. This probably makes more sense. Hang on a second, guys. I got a text. Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna take a quick break. Cat's here with Cooper, so I'll be right back. I gotta grab some stuff out of the car for them, and I will figure out the kilograms. I'm 5'9", 185 pounds. So if you guys wanna do the math on that, I don't know. I'll be right back. We're back. We're back. We're back, guys. Goopy's back. There he is. Look at him. His little head floating. Oh, what's he eating? Got some fries. All right. Yeah, see ya. See you later, Ivy Tail. Thanks for being here, bud. Oh geez, I missed some stuff here. Foot and pound never made sense. Celsius doesn't make sense. I like Fahrenheit. Asks how hot it feels in Celsius. Asks water how hot it feels. Yeah. By the way, wine staging implemented the Adobe patches. You can try that instead. Wine staging implemented the Adobe patches. Really? So for all Adobe? That's interesting. Let me see here. He's in the back there a little bit. So, but yes, he's a little tiny guy. So, Strawberry Kitten says, by the way, wine staging implemented the Adobe patches. So I don't know what that means other than that it sounds like wine has adopted some of the Adobe patches, which is good. So that is exciting. So you guys don't want to try another OS real quick? I just want to see if the other one works. The other Porteous, the KDE. I don't think it would, but we can try it. Now, what's the difference here where it says boot into normal or boot into Grub 2 mode? Does that make a difference? No, same thing. Same thing. So this one I might have to actually put on a step. What happened? Oh, jeez. Feeding the cats. Availability of cumin seeds. I don't know. Cumin seeds? Can we get cumin seeds? Probably. I mean, I think pretty much anything you can order around here. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I thought we were gonna... I probably should have just done a local boot. Zorboot? What the hell is Zorboot? Well, so I can get into Windows, but how do I boot into... Oh, they have UEFI utilities in here? Let's see. So none of those worked. Tails is pretty cool. I don't know if you guys saw Tails. Tails is cool. I liked it. We'll check out Tails here. BSD. Is that another distro? Yeah, let's do it. Have you guys tried Tails? It does take a while to build for some reason. What's in here? What's this egg roll looking thing? It's what? Oh, nice. That's fun. There we go. Oh, it's Unix. Nice. Yeah, Apple is based on Unix. Fun fact for you guys. Okay. Then I definitely would want to try it. Oh, is it? Now, is that an older distro, or I guess it's not a distro? Well, I mean, anything could be called a distro. So right out of the box, this Tails, it uses a Tor connection. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but you can browse the internet anonymously and uncensored now. So I can start the Tor browser. Yeah. And I think it has DuckDuckGo built in. Explore privately. Or, well, I guess this would be the Tor browser, but DuckDuckGo. Gotcha. Oh, okay. It's good for server. Okay. You're talking about BSD. Yeah, this Tor is pretty simple. Let me see if I can change. Yeah, display. Always defaults to my widescreen, obviously. There we go. That's a little big. Let's pull it back a little bit. There, that's better. You guys see that okay? So yeah, this is Tails. It's got the Tor browser to where you can browse privately and anonymously. Right out of the box, you can go dark style. I smell gnome. Yeah, I like it. You know, I'm kind of torn. I like what do you call it? I like KDE and I like gnome. I like them both. You know? Whoops. Don't do it. I did it again. No, it detects my mouse under the power settings. That's cool. Yeah, it's got hot corners, appearance. It's very Mac-like. You can set up, I don't know why out of the box it doesn't come with a wallpaper. Like it has a bunch of wallpapers in here, but out of the box, you know, it doesn't have one. Which is weird. Default. It's okay. Is he feeding the cat?
Yes.
Cooper.
Feed him. Put him in chicken tender.
You gave him a Cooper. Feeding the cats. Wonder where he gets that from. I don't know.
Just want to run to him.
He's just being nice to him. What a nice kid. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm eating lunch right here. I'm hungry. Yeah, this is another kind of small OS, but I like it. I like it a lot. It feels pretty stable. One thing for you to remember in your mind. This is a psychological thing for you to bear in mind. Is that a riddle? That seems like a riddle. Oh. Well, that makes sense as to why I was going to sleep all the time. Because the digestion was not complete, that's for sure. It definitely was not complete. So. No, I'm using the rest of this. Oh, hi. Hi, little guy. Oh.
Do you need me to grab him?
Okay. It's got a tag on him.
Yeah, that's
So they don't lose him.
There was a kid wearing the same outfit.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. So it knows that it's not on there. But it's pretty snappy, I gotta say. Like for just this tiny little OS, it's pretty snappy. It's got some good built-in apps for browser. There's this key pass XC. Got a metadata cleaner. Oh, it comes pre-packaged with GIMP. Who needs Photoshop? Am I right? There it is. Who needs Photoshop when you got GIMP? Human and alternative could be ginger. Yeah, I drink. I do like the ginger. We have a ginger tea, like ginger and lemon. Oh, okay. KeyPass XC is a great password manager. Good. Yes. Yeah, lemon and honey. Yeah, so I do the lemon and ginger tea with honey, and it's really good. course, you got to have the pepper brush, right? The pepper brush and the GIMP brush. Wait a minute. You got a brush on the marching ants, but when I clicked it, oh, so it does a random. Oh, now he's got a pepper in his mouth. I'll be damned. What is this one? Peppers? What is their obsession with peppers? No, I just really I don't have I used to have LastPass, but anymore I just have a lot of stuff on Chrome, the password manager, but um any kind of like real secure passwords I just keep in my head. I mean the crayon thingy. Pert for long. What do you mean pert for long? Pert for long. I have to take the pills the rest of my life. I don't know if that's the question. As far as I know. That's a nice brush. On the wrong keyboard. I can give him a little beard. Oh, 5 o'clock shadow. Oh, hi, buddy. Only about a year. I've only been taking it about a year now. Hi. Hi, buddy. Why? Why are you doing it? He's over here knocking shit down. He about took my shelf out.
Where's both of them? Or we can take them back.
Hmm. I haven't gotten there yet. I was saving it. For right when I'm done. We have the meat. Alrighty. Nice. Yeah, and I got like my iPhone, you know. I put all my I like the facial recognition because you just open it and it recognizes your face. I don't know exactly how secure that is, but you know. But YOLO. Woo! Yeah, some of these brushes. Oh, oh, it is. It's a scatter brush. That's nice. Does that work? Yeah, it does work. Okay. So it seems like some of the hotkeys are similar to Adobe. That one's not. Yeah. See, like, and that's simple stuff. Like, why don't they use the same hotkeys as Adobe? Right? They have a lot of the same tools as Adobe. Like, is it so hard to just use the same hotkeys? Just saying. You're trying to make a tool that, you know, competes with Photoshop. Why don't you make the hotkey, at least some of the hotkeys, the same? Yeah. Yeah, it does seem like a bad idea, but whatever. Whatever. Like I said, YOLO. So paintbrush is P instead of B, because in Photoshop it's B. I do like this brush. Woo! Where are my where are my layers? Oh my God. Whee! So I noticed I went off of this, and then if I came back to this, did it remember my settings? Yeah, it did. Okay. Oh, sorry, I missed this here. Call signs only for pilots. Duh. What was your position in the Army? General Secretary. No, I was not a secretary or a general. I was actually a aircraft electrician in the Navy, so I wasn't in the Army. I was in the Navy. It's a masterpiece. So I was only an aircraft electrician, and yes, call signs are only for pilots. Damn, 225 XP in chat section? What do you mean? You got 225 XP? Let's go. Is that a goat? Hang on. It is a goat. What in the deuce? Hang on. So, just some weird stuff, right? Oh, and his arm changes. It's weird, right? Just some weird brushes by default, you know? Have I ever messed up in the wiring? I mean, yeah. Yeah, but nothing like serious, but yeah, you can make mistakes with the wires. I mean, you know, especially with aircraft, like, so let's say you get the wires wrong, right? It's not gonna work. From the cow, from apt moo. Okay, so it's more like this is more like a Linux thing, like a nod to Linux. Like, okay, like I understand this. Like, I get it. That's your logo for the software. I get it. But what's with the pepper? It's not even a spicy pepper. It's a pepper. What's with the pepper? What's that about? Just, an interesting selection of brushes that they choose to include here. That's all I'm saying. And I know they're not competing with GIMP or competing with Photoshop since this is free and open source, but like I said, like why not make some of the things some of the hotkeys. Yeah, probably at this point. I mean, he's painted like 3 or 4 times. So, I mean, he's basically a pro now. So that's the only hotkey that I know is the same. And to grow the brush, you use brackets. I don't know about shift brackets. Oh yeah, shift bracket did something. Not sure what that's doing. Maybe from this brush to the last brush. Ah, look at that. We just discovered something new. So if you go that brush, hold shift. Yeah, so you go from your last brush stroke to the next one and hold shift. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like you can curve that. I don't think. Alt? Does Alt do it? Right click maybe? There it is. There it is. A masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. Like what the hell am I going to use this for? I guess you could use it. Yeah, that could be useful. With the cow and the pepper and like the scatter pepper. Is that what that is? Or are those like clovers? They kind of look like clovers. Here, we can put some grass under him. We got some grass for the cows to munch on. It's quite simply a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. Okay. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What's GNU? What's GNU? I don't know. Anywho. Yeah, I've opened GIMP a few times and it just like after working in Photoshop for so long, it just irritates the piss out of me. It really does. More than anything, it just irritates me. Yeah, and I think you can get plugins to change the hotkeys and all that. Well, you can probably just manually change them, but I think somebody put together something that makes it look more like Photoshop. What the That was confusing. Anyway, so we got GIMP built in. It also has LibreOffice built in, which is nice. A bunch of internet stuff. So it's got your Bitcoin wallet built right in. Let's go talk for 4 minutes or so. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Well, let's see. My girl and I have been talking about moving. So we want to move out of Florida because we're in Florida. But we want to move somewhere a little bit cooler because it gets too hot here. And everybody's cranky and nobody knows how to drive. So I see us on a farm or on some land somewhere where we can start, like, not farming, but like have some land where we can grow food. Not a full-on farm, but like a small farm, grow area, so to speak. So we can grow some food, maybe some cumin and some ginger and some peppers. So that's where I see us. And we're in a small, you could call it an apartment. They used to be apartments. We're in a small apartment and we want to get a bigger house. So I see us in a bigger house because Cooper's going to need a room real soon so that he can do all of his wonderful paintings and do all of his live streaming, because he sees me live streaming and I think he wants to be a performer of some sorts. For sure. Oh, we got unsafe browser. What's unsafe browser? I kind of want to click that. That's silly. This browser is not anonymous. This is really silly. Unsafe browser does not use Tor. The websites you visit can see your real IP address. This is why we recommend you. Where do you see yourself, Brazil, in about 10 years? I don't know what persistent storage is, but then we also have Tails Cloner. Oh, about Tails. Here we go. Tails. The Amnesic Incognito Live System. Boom. There it is. Check for upgrades. It's probably not going to check for upgrades, but there you have it, folks. That is Tails. I'm not sure what else we got in here. We got System Monitor, Tails Cloner again. Settings, synaptics. Check the System Monitor. Here it is. Damn, I got 16 CPUs up in this little thing. Damn. Not much running. Yep, GNOME, Pipewire, GNOME Shell. Wayland, Wayland, Wayland. Beef fat and squash. FS. Okay, so beef fat, squash FS.
Draw the cat out, sharp enough to kill a man. You do some bad things, but I'm the worst of them. Venom in my walking, honey on my tongue. Hush now, the trouble's only just begun. Chasing down scenes, got receipts for everyone. Heartbreaker certified, I do it just for fun.
Cat Spade is here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, everybody welcome Cat to the show. Hi, Cat. Hi, Bubby. Hi, baby. We're just discussing where we're going to be in 10 years. Where are you going to be in 10 years? And going over some operating systems. Family, there it is. Family and Friends Commune. Brazilla! Brazilla says, hey. It keeps doing that. I was trying to go pull this back. Okay, doesn't want to go back. I'm assuming these are in RAM. It's not running off the hard drive. But yeah, so this is Tails. If anybody, if you guys are interested in checking this out, Sound Juicer and Audacity. Oh, it's got videos. What else we got here? You can't see Brazilla's comment. He's over on YouTube, that's why. But here it is. Now do you see it? He might be on the other YouTube. I got two YouTube. Unfortunately, because I don't think I can combine the chats. They're working on combining the chats. And I hear myself in the bathroom. It's kind of weird. No, it's okay. But yeah, so what was I gonna say? What were we talking about? Ah, yes, Friends and Family Commune. No, yeah, YouTube is working on combining your stream. Only right now, all they do is take the horizontal one, right? And then crop it to give you the vertical, and then the chats are combined. But I think they're working on implementing it to where you can have two separate feeds like I have, because right now I have to set up two separate streams and send those out. So which one are you on, Brazilla? Are you on the horizontal? Strawberry Kitten says hi. That's on the vertical one? Yish? Yish? No? Yish? 17-month subscriber. Look at you. Look at you over on Kick. Wow. Oh, you're on 3. I got 3. That is right. So I don't know what this videos app is about. There's nothing here. It's just like maybe this is a place to like store all of your YouTube kind of videos. I don't know what this is. Does anybody know what this is? Add local video and then add web video. That's interesting. I don't know what that's about. And what was that under? Sound and video? This videos app. Does anybody know what this is? We got Sound Juicer, Audacity. Audacity, news, effects. Yeah, we can try Ghost. I'll have to download it. Ghost BSD. Restart. Let's see. This should boot into Fedora. It shouldn't. I think we got Strawberry Kitten and I think we figured out the boot order the other day. So it should boot into Fedora. It should not boot into Windows. There it is. Yep. Oh, and we tried to what do you call it? We tried to set up a what the hell's the name of that thing? The Grub theme. We tried to set up the Grub theme and it did not work. It said it installed and it didn't do anything. All right. So let's see. You said Ghost BSD. This one here. Robo Nuggy. Robo Nuggy. She's an excellent cook. All right, what do we got here? Architecture, 64-bit, AMD. AMD. That's right. Oh, okay. XFCE and then Gershwin. I guess just go for the first one here. Canada it is. Oh yes, she makes the best chocolate chip cookies, and the last one she put like some sprinkles in there, and they were really, really good. Really, really good. And now Cooper, thanks to her, Cooper's now a cookie snob. Because he'll like eat someone else's cookie and like throw it down. Because he only loves his mommy's cookies. Yeah, but South Africa would have been even slower. Canada, that was the closest one. That was the closest one. It was either South Africa or France. Canada's right here, so Yeah. And it is a wired connection. So, but anymore, I mean, Wi-Fi has been faster on some days, I feel like. But I am wired. Ooh. Ooh. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. What's this? On Ghost. But why would France be faster though? That's what I don't, because that's way across the other side of the planet. Yeah. Yeah, and it's I think it's just honestly some of these servers I've noticed when they're uh, when I'm downloading Linux files or ISOs, some of them are just really, really slow. So I think it's more the host server, not so much the internet connection speed. I think the servers are just dishing it up slow. Slower than advertised. Yeah, because it says only 12 megs per second, but like it should be a lot faster than that. Like that doesn't make any sense at all. Wonder, does this work? Oh, it did. I'll be damned. If you hit control and tap, it opened in a new tab. So and we want to move it. I like to move it, move it. All right, so, and I'll have to make a new folder here. So, does not work in inventory. Does not work inventory. That's 40s. Okay. Oh, that's weird. That was an image file? Weird. I thought I downloaded an ISO, but that's an image file. Huh. Ventoy still loaded it. I didn't realize that. I got all kinds of stuff in here. So anyway, those ones don't work. So we'll just go ahead. Does not work in inventory. Good enough. And then we'll reboot. And we'll hit up Ghost. Restart. What do you think it is? F7, F12, F something? We'll do F7 and F11. We'll see what it does. Nope, didn't work. So it's not F7 and it's not F11. What? You got your computer in there? Mulligan. We'll try again. I gotta figure out what key it is. And I even looked it up, and in one place it said F7, another one said F11, so we'll just do how I know how to do it. Hit delete. Sorry. Ghost. Is this gonna work? You could add, what is it? I could add the USB stick to Grub. What do you mean? Oh, I could add a boot entry for that? That might be good. Will it detect host ID enable? Would it be able to detect like when I plug it in and unplug it? Oh, that was pretty quick. That was faster than Tails, that's for sure. Yeah. There you go. Hate this because I can't see what the fuck is going on here. Your face? No. Okay. Yeah, we might have to do that. That would be handy. Where the hell? Place it. How do I? The hell? How do I change the resolution? I didn't see that up here under system. Oh, right there, control center. Maybe preferences. There it is. Thank you. Ah, that's broken. Oh, thank God. Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't come up with a better solution for this, like, so that way that you guys can see and I can see and it still looks good on the stream. So for like 2 minutes, I'm like, what's it say? But now we can see, so thank God. All right, so what do we got here? What do we got? Same image all monitors, auto detect 100%, show monitors in panel. Ah, I like that. So when you click show monitors in panel, it puts it up here. It's fine. Good. Same output, configure display settings. So right there, that's what I needed. Configure display settings right there. So I like to put that on there just, you know, especially if I'm, you know, at home and then need to switch over. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like they're all flavors, you know, of the same kind of thing, just with a different look and feel. Now there's apply and then apply system wide, which is weird. But oh, okay. So the kernel and the drivers are different, but it's not Linux. Okay, so this is not even Linux. Right, like you said, it was Unix. It does give me that early Mac vibes. Um, which one? You could try GNU Herd next. Is that another one? Oh, okay. So these are all like offshoots of Unix. Oh, nice. Displays, keyboard shortcuts. That's nice. You got all your keyboard shortcuts just right there. Oh, and it's got the uh same scheme as freaking Apple used to have. Close that now. System info. Ah, here we go. Live CD. Oh yeah, right here. Mate. Is it Mate or Mate? Mate. Mate. System info. Yeah, it seems nice. It seems pretty lightweight. How do I oh there we go. Just hit escape to make that go away. Which was weird that it doesn't have an X on it. So literally you'd just be sitting here like, what do I do with this? Let me see if I click off of it and hit escape. Oh, it does. So if I hit escape anywhere, it closes the window. Not sure if I like that, but mouse. Yeah, it reminds me, this kind of reminds me of XP a little bit. Ah, dark mode. What's Vimix? That's weird. All right, so dark mode. Dark mode. Got some cool backgrounds here. Is there a desktop peak? No. Is there? Yeah, there is. Okay, right here. The old galvanized steel. Whatever that is. Like I said, the desktop, that's half the battle right there. You got to have a good background image. Because without a background image, you don't really have a desktop environment. Know what I mean? Nice. Yeah. You can change the fonts, the interface, the theme. So a video where you put in background music and another non-BG. Where's the background music? One gets better reach. What do you mean? So a video where you put in background music and another one non-background music. I don't know. What do you mean by that? In menu. Oh. Hmm. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Yeah, it seems like it's got a lot of customization. It's got pop-up notifications. Where would they pop up exactly? Up here? But yeah, it definitely reminds me of what's it called? I mean, it feels like Linux, but it's not, like you said. So this is not Linux at all. This is Unix based. Cosmos. Ooh, floating gnome. Floating mate. Ooh, that's fun. Yeah, we'll do that one. Station tweak. Interface. I'll go sleep now. It's 3 a.m. by you? Oh, man. Well, thank you for being here, Brozilla. As always, it's a pleasure. I'll work on getting you an intro and Strawberry Kitten you as well. Oh, from 20 years ago? Yeah. But yeah, I think I am going to sign off here in a few minutes too, guys. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. But yeah, I definitely like this one. The other thing that worries me, about going with something like this is really the user base, because that's the thing. That's why Windows is so successful. It's got a large user base. So if one person has a problem with something, then, you can, yeah, GTA 6 is based in Florida. Yeah, you'll get to see my house. Exactly. Exactly. You'll get to see it. We're in there. We'll be in there. But yeah, I heard GTA 6 was going to be like over $100. That's crazy. It might even be more than that. So we'll see about that. But anyway, yeah, have a good night, Brazilla. I will work on your song later tonight. I think I'm going to use the AI tool that I've been using to make a song for you. So well, right, but yeah, fixing complex errors, yeah, I get that, but like, and for the most part, there's not a ton of errors that pop up these days, but back in the day, I'm sure it was worse. But I feel like since there's such a large user base, there's so many different forums and information about people having similar issues and the solutions that they found for it. Oh, on here? On here? Wow. So this doesn't give you normal human errors? So it will be no time hard for me to get to your house. That's right. That's right. Oh, and look at that. Signal RGB just reset. It was using too much RAM. All right, man. Hey, thanks for being here again. And can't wait to see you in the next one. Look and feel. Windows. Yeah, it definitely, like, it kind of reminds me of Linux Mint, right? It feels like Linux Mint a little bit, mixed with Mac OS, because like Mac has this same thing, where you can drop down and get to some things up here, up here. Then really the only thing it's missing is like a app launcher down here, right? Really the only thing it's missing is like an app launcher down here where they have kind of the dock or whatever. Then it would really feel very similar to Mac OS. But yeah, it does give me like kind of a dated feel where almost like Windows XP, really. Hmm. Hmm. But it feels old. Is that weird to say? Like it feels old. Like it hasn't been updated in a while. Not that anything's like not snappy, and most of this is just tearing from the capture card. Like you guys can probably see the tearing there. And even I can see it. Oh, okay. So this is good for an older machine. But I think too, I would probably just I would just uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cooper. Yeah, but I think I am gonna jump off of here, guys, and visit with the fam. But yeah, if you got any more suggestions, I'd love to hear them. You could throw them on the Discord as well. Um, any more suggestions for our next OS? I'd like to check out that other one you said, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. So, but I am gonna jump off of here, guys. Thank you all for being here. Strawberry Kitten, you're the best. Thank you for being here. Have a good night. And I like this one. I will keep it in the toolbox. I don't know, since it's not Linux, but I'll keep it in the Linux folder because it's kind of along the same vein. It's definitely not Windows. It's definitely not Chrome or any of the other OSs. So it's more Linux style, but I'll have to remember it's not Linux, it's Unix. So hopefully I can remember. But until next time, folks, be good to each other. Peace out.